there are many different ways that you can get high in life. You can smoke weed, you can drink alcohol. There's many drugs of choice out there. But what I want to share with you today is something that you can implement immediately that will help you not just have more presence in your daily life, but will get you high in life in the best way possible. Today we're going to talk about mindfulness, how you can adopt it into your daily life, and some of the benefits you can expect to achieve by leveraging this. So to begin, as you can probably tell, I'm out in nature. Going hiking has been one of my mindfulness techniques that I've implemented after my divorce, along with my fitness journey, going to the gym and lifting weights. This is one of the ways that I use to distract myself from all of the stimulants that you have. And stimulants could be, looking at your screen, working on your laptop, family life. It's a positive one, but it's still a distraction to some degree. You need some time to decompress and get away. So for me, hiking was just a natural practice that I adopted, seeing that I was going to the gym and I wanted to continue building my physique and also enhancing my physical wellness. And what I really especially like about hiking as a mindfulness practice is essentially it helps me to really stay focused at the present moment. That's essentially the core of a mindfulness practice. It's something that will challenge you in a positive way, something that's not too challenging but not too easy, but forces you to stay focused in the present moment. And there's a saying that says, if you're anxious a lot, it means that you're focusing maybe a little bit too much on thinking about the future. If you are depressed, perhaps you're thinking too much about the past. So having a mindfulness practice like hiking keeps you present and keeps you away from those areas that could trigger those emotions from engulfing you. So especially with hiking, it forces you to stay focused because you're either going uphill or downhill, so there's a safety element to it. But also, when you're out in nature, you hear all of the sounds of like the animals, the insects, the vehicles driving around. Sometimes the water, if you're by the ocean, just listening to the ocean crashing is very calming. The smells, I can't explain to you how beautiful the earth smells when it's hot. The earth is dry, the greenery around you. You just immerse all of your senses when you're on a hiking trail. And what's cool about hiking trails too is that there are different paths that you can take. So depending on your skill level or your comfort level, you can make it as easy or as difficult as you want. But most importantly, there is a goal at the end. And so while you're focused on getting yourself to the end point, once you finally reach there, it's like this sense of bliss and accomplishment, and that's where like that high comes from. You feel so happy, and you feel like you've accomplished something for the day. Like even if the rest of your day involves work, family life, this is one thing that you have under your belt that like you did something for yourself that's good for your health, and you got out in nature and enjoyed the sun. And in this particular case, you can see I'm getting lots of sun, so it just overall boosts your mood naturally. So, hiking is just one perfect example of a mindfulness technique. Another one that I've adopted in my life is cooking, believe it or not. I don't know how many of you guys like to cook, but cooking is definitely another great practice to get you focused on the present moment, because it involves you having to do prep. You're using tools that are sharp that could harm you if you misuse them. But it also makes you focus on the actual cooking process itself. What temperature you're using, what spices, what ingredients, how it's going to affect the flavor, how long to cook something before it's underdone or overdone. So I love that practice as well, because again, the end goal is you get something that you could try, and in some cases it's something that you absolutely enjoy and it becomes one of your key recipes, or it's something that turns out horrible, but you learn from that experience, and then maybe you retry that recipe again, make some tweaks, and then you perfect it. But it's a way to build your own self-confidence as well when you have a mindfulness practice that's not too easy but not too hard, but you get the sense of accomplishment, which also helps you build some confidence within yourself. On a side note, there is also a side benefit to doing a mindfulness practice, especially what I've noticed anyways with cooking and hiking. It's a great way to meet women and spend time with women. If you are looking to date women who are very like-minded and are into taking care of themselves, I can't tell you how many times I've met women going on trails, even today coming up here, like how many women I just spoke to and said, hey, how's it going? Where are you guys from? It's a great way to practice your skills, especially if you're trying to meet that next woman in this next chapter. You already have a common objective and a commonality with them when you're on a hiking trail. They like hiking, you like hiking, so you can use that to break the ice and talk to them about that. So, and then on the cooking side, I kid you not, women love a guy who likes to cook. Don't believe all this bullshit content out there that women belong in the kitchen and whatnot. Women and men can be phenomenal cooks. Some of the best chefs in the world are men. And there's something different about cooking with a woman in a kitchen on a date that can, let's say, that can spark some fireworks. So, you know, take that for what it's worth. But those are just some side benefits of adopting some of these mindfulness practices, especially in my experience with hiking and cooking. So overall, whatever you decide to do, some key tips is take on something that is a little bit simple, but a little bit challenging, and maybe limit it to like 5-10 minutes, maybe 15 minutes max at the start. You know, start building your confidence and momentum in whatever practice you take on, and then try to implement it on a regular basis. And regular basis could be weekly. If you can do it daily, great, but it's not necessarily. But as long as it gives you an escape from the day-to-day life, the busyness, the distractions, all the stimulants that are constantly around us, it'll help you, especially with your mental health, but also help you with your concentration and also your sense of confidence and fulfillment, because you're actually doing something for yourself that you love. And that's what this is all about, is finding your strength again in this next chapter. So I hope this finds you well at the right time. I hope you guys have an awesome day. I just wanted to take a moment to show you where I'm at. So those of you who are in Canada, I'm in a place called Kelowna, British Columbia, and I'm in this place called Peachland, which is a suburb. And in Peachland, this trail is called Pincushion Mountain. You can see there's the Canadian flag, but more importantly, the view of Okanagan Lake is absolutely gorgeous. There you go. And can you hear that? It's a light breeze, it's nice and quiet, and you can just sit with nature and be present. So I hope that was helpful for you guys. I hope you guys enjoy the day. If there's any other mindfulness practices that you have adopted that have been helpful, please share them in the comments below so that others can benefit. Otherwise, thanks for watching my video, and you guys have an awesome day. Peace out.